Good morning. So our topic this time is what is mental depression, and to be honest with you folks, I will be sharing to you based on my experience. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychologist, or I'm not a psychiatrist, but what I'm gonna be sharing with you is uh, based on my experience. And then based on my experience, then at the same time I mix it up with spiritual aspects based on the Holy Bible. I will be taking Matthew 9:34 because mental depression in the spiritual aspects, it can, you as a person can be considered as demon possessed. Okay, so bear with me. Okay, now Matthew 9:34 and Matthew 8:31. So I will start with Matthew 8:31. The demons beg Jesus, if you drives us out, send us into the herds of pigs. So meaning to say, the demons is like, for example, this is the person, this is the human being, ah, this is the demons, then I'm the person. Kunyari, I'm Jesus. So meaning to say, these demons is telling me that, is telling Jesus that, big Jesus that, send us to the herd of pigs. Okay? So then the response for that, for those people who are watching him, 9:34, but the Pharisees said, it is by the prince of demons that he drives out demon. So meaning to say, if anyone who can drives out demons from any demon possessed person, you as the one come bringing out is demons. So many pastors are really doing such things nowadays. So my thing is, I will be sharing with you based on my experience. So what are mental depressed person? So in the Filipino language, we call that immediately baliw or crazy. But here's the thing, I will make it piece by piece. I will share it with you what's inside the brain of level siya. In my case, as you always noticed, I always level everything. Even if going to heaven, level din siya. But for now, I didn't mention about hell or inferno yet. So maybe next time. Okay, so this time is mental depression, but this is clinical mental depression versus finding solutions or resolve of what makes you depressed. Okay, so depression, from in our school, we have learned from the root words depressed, right? So when you see depressed, iba din yung stress. Ang stress, normal lang yun. Pag magsabi ka na, if you as a person will see depressed, two level na yun sa stress. Meaning, stress, normal. But if you say depressed, two stress. So, one stress plus one stress equals depressed. Iba na yun. Ang simbolo nun is, the symbols for that, when anyone will say depressed, is that you cannot sleep. Okay, you cannot sleep. You cannot sleep. Not only one night, but I will make it in our, there's my durations of time yun eh. So, maybe 1 week. So, 1 week kang no sleepless ka. So, meaning to say, depressed ka. Okay? So, para klaro. Then, from the word depressed, tapos ion. This ion meaning to say, it's part of your body na it opened up. Na yung, for the common language is common word senses. Pero pag mag-depression ka, yung senses mo sa katawan, physical, the skin, parang yung, di ba may pores tayo, yung pores mo sa skin nag-open up. When you say, ma'am, bakit? Why? Iba na kasi yung level eh, iba na yung feeling na depressed ka, yung senses mo, iba na yung emotions. Okay? So, hindi ko siya ma-describe, basta iba na. Okay, now, and then when I say with this, so then when you say depression na, yung IQ mo naman, kasi physically, yung ion mo opened. And then your mental, yung sa brain mo, kasi generally it happens in the brain, sa brain talaga, aside from physical. Sa physical, ions. Sa brain, ito yung problema. Kasi pag sa brain na, pag sinabi mong depression ka, for me, ganito na. Yung normal brain, normal stress, mga ganun, 100 lang. But, when you say depression, 101 na ako, ililivel ko siya as 101 plus. So, depende na yun sa tao. So, depende din of the human beings and depends upon the person who has the depression at depende din siya sa causes of depression. So hindi ko nag speak to you guys what are the causes of depression. So ako, based on my experience, ang depression for me, it's clinical ha. First and foremost, you have a traumatized event, traumatic life events once lang, like for example na rape, abortion, after abortion siya, for especially for women, miscarriage, then napas mo. Yung napas mo meaning guys, like for example kay Jesus Christ na 40 days na walang kain-kain, similar with normal human being na wala kang nakain. Kaya maganda sa Philippines is that we Filipinos, we have talagang may pattern ha, coffee, breakfast before 8 o'clock in the morning, snacks in the 9:30, then 12 noon lunchtime, then snacks at 3 p.m, then dinner at 6 o'clock 7 p.m. Ganyan yung Filipino way of kanang way of eating habits. So ibang country, hindi ko alam, basta yun siya. Once you miss out that in a long duration of time, tinatawag yan na pasmo. Pag mapasmo ka, magka-ulcer ka. Once you got ulcer, ano na yun, hindi yung one day lang na pasmo, agad na depression na, hindi. It takes times. Tapos may mga causes ako na sinabi, right? So pasmo, tapos yan siya. Pasmo mo, may ulcer ka, aakyat na yan sa utak. Pag doon na sa utak, yun ang problema. May common lang yan sa Filipino, but there are so many instances, pag i-research nyo yan folks, there are so many people na anong causes na ba ako ng depressions, may mga tao din na nag-depressions, especially those smart students, yung smarts na, yung intelligent, exclusively for intelligent people, smart people na they got into depression because they want something that they cannot achieve. Okay? Bantayan nyo yun. Pangalawa, love. Pag hindi nila ma-achieve yung love nila, magka-depression yan, especially for smart men and women. Ganyan yan. Tapos sa family problem din, especially yung mga bata na nung deprivations from the love from their parents, magka-depression din sila. Basta situational yun folks ha. I'm not an expert but I'm just basing on my experience tsaka sa observations ko sa paligid as a special education teacher. Pero iba yung mentally disabled ha, yung mga bata na since birth mentally disabled na pag birth sa mother talagang mentally disabled. Iba yun folks ha, iba yun, mentally ill yun. Makikita mo talaga sa itsura ng bata na mentally disabled. Tapos iba din yung mga intellectual disabled. Ano na yun, since birth yun. So hindi yun kasali sa demon possessed ha. Hindi siya kasali sa demon possessed. Hindi sila contestant for demon possessed. Okay? So para klaro tayo sa mga content ko, para maiba din naman yung since birth na mentally, again I clarified, since birth na mentally disabled, intellectually disabled, mentally ill children or kids, hindi siya sakop for spiritual or demonic possessed. Okay? Hindi siya kasali. Based on my experience, mga bata ko rin, based on my learning sa school, hindi siya kasali. Huwag nyo namang isali yan. Mag-aaway na talaga kami dyan sa mga taong naniniwala na yung mga bata na since birth, na may sa utak, may diferensya sa utak, demon possessed na, pwede nang i-demon possessed, pwede na siya maging Diyos. Hindi po. Okay? So, i-clarify po natin yan, kasi ang mga magaganda lang na magkaroon ng tinutulungan ng Diyos for demon possessed is that lifestyle, result from your lifestyle. Okay? Tapos, iba din yung mentally ill. Mentally ill people, especially those people na yung may na-aksidente sila, may mentally ill meaning to say na from survivor from accident, mga sa utak, mga ganyan. Iba din yun. Hindi din sila kasali for demon possessed. Mga religious people, hindi po kasali yung na-accident, nag-cancer, surgeries, mga ganun. Hindi po sila kasali sa demon possessed. Ano sila? Mentally ill or mentally disabled derived from accident, ng serious diseases, like brain cancer survivor, hindi po sila kasali. Okay, now we will talk about mental depression. Okay, so now this time, this is the feelings of all mentally depression people. Pero based sa experience ko, sa iba hindi ko alam kung ano yung laman ng utak nila when they have the depression. Iba din yung sa mga post-traumatic depression. Hindi ko rin alam kasi hindi ko yan na-experience. Basta sa akin, based on my experience lang to, folks, ha. So, kung makarelate kayo, hindi makarelate kayo. Okay, now. And then in my feelings, this is the feeling. For me, body ions and emotions, nag-open siya. And then, headaches. Grabe yung headaches. Then, headache is more than migraines. Iba din yung migraines. Pag migraines, may mga causes din sa mata, yung may sakit kayo sa mata, or over-radiations na, overuse na yung eyes, iba din yun. Headache is more than migraines, then the feeling inside your brain. Ang sa akin lang yung feeling ko na rotten na yung utak ko. Parang ganyan yung description ko, no? Parang bananas. Our brain is like bananas, right? So, ang feeling ko, durog na yung brain ko. Okay, next is, yung feeling mo naman din, accelerate na siya. Yung, once you feeling that your brain is rotten, mag-isip ka, what's the point of living? Kaya magtulala yung mentally depression person. Then you do it like you feel like you don't like to move up or get up. Iba din yung laziness. Pero ito, nawawalan ka na ng gana sa buhay. Okay? Tapos, the next one is you are afraid of phobia of that you don't know. Yung takot ka na hindi ko alam, tapos tulala lang. Ganyan lang. Parang nakaganyan ka lang. Tapos iba kasi yung utak mo, walang sinabi yung utak parang unfunctional siya, hindi siya nagfa-function. Hindi mo alam. Okay? So ito yung mga steps to mental depression. Then, ang sa akin, based on my experience, first and foremost, increases of knowledge. Dito na, increases of knowledge na beyond sa normal way of, yung ganito ko yun, folks, normal lang to, yung utak ko, normal. Ang ganda ko. Pero pag mentally depression ka, grabe na yung utak mo. Hindi mo makontrol, nanginginig ka, you're like this. So, kung hindi ka mautak na alam mo na utak mo, nanginginig ka na, yung ganyan ka, folks. So, kaya yung nasabi ng iba, delusional. So, ikaw, sa akin, ganyan ako. Tapos, hindi, yung utak ko, ang bilis ng, parang yung ganyan, nakita niyo yung kamay ko, parang ganyan yung takbo ng utak ko, ang bilis-bilis. Na kung may kausap ako na tao, I want you to speak English. O, ganito din yan. Na increases of knowledge, then increases of communication and speaking skills. Meaning to say, when you speak to me, and your language is similar like Visayan language, sasakit na yung ulo ko. Pero polite lang ako, alam nga naman. Pero pag hindi mo alam, if you are not conscious of yourself, like the other people na depressed, magagalit. They will get mad at you. I mean, you're talking, kaya parang yung iba, manginsulto or, normal naman manginsulto. Pero pag mag-depression kasi, sisigaw ka. Sisigaw ako sa'yo. Ganyan. Because in my brain, I cannot understand what you're speaking about. Na alam ko yung, Bisaya naman ko, Bisaya ka, so you can speak, we will be speaking Bisayan. But in a depressed brain, I like you to, kasi hindi na kita maintindihan kasi yung utak ko, yung